introduced to the season of wisdom and wellness, and for the past few weeks, we are so grateful that we had to learn so much about wisdom and wellness. And today is that day where we get to learn again from Pastor Doren Makomo. And these few minutes, we need to welcome you and to appreciate being here with us. Pastor Doren, we are so grateful for the time today.
Thank you so much.
My colleague, that time again.
Indeed, we are in the season of wisdom and wellness. And what better place to be except to be at this place, the hub of wisdom and wellness.
Today there's so much anticipation. We don't really know what's here, but we are ready to learn.
Indeed, we are ready to learn. We are ready to partake of the wisdom and the wellness. We are ready to partake of the knowledge and the understanding that we have so much eagerness and zeal to get. And we are really grateful for Pastor Doren with this opportunity having been availed. It's an honor and it's a privilege. Probably let's take these few moments to get to learn from her. Pastor D, thank you so much for the session today, and then you can take us through.
It's a great honor. I'm so happy today that we are here to talk about preparation in this season of wisdom and wellness. Preparation reminds me of one occasion when we were traveling and by air, me and my husband and my kid. And, we had so much excitement that we're traveling by air. So we had to prepare all the things we were about to travel with. But I remember very well that there is one thing that we failed to prepare in time. And when the day came, we woke up early in the morning and we had to catch the 7 o'clock flight. So we had forgotten one thing, to refuel our car. It had just some little fuel in it, and we just said that we would pass through the fuel station refueling our car. But where the fuel station we were expecting to get some fuel from was dry that morning. Oh, and we panicked. We went to the next fuel station, and thank God there was fuel there. But the bad part of it, there was a long queue. So we had to spend almost like an hour in the queue, and time was ticking up. And the moment we got to the airport to do our check-in, we arrived there just some few minutes after check-in was closed. And had it not been that there was somebody we knew at the airport, our relative, it happened to be our relatives, then she had to go to talk to the officers that would check in. And we thank God for that relative of ours. Then we had to board our plane, and we were the last passengers to board the plane. So I want to thank this time and moment. We are going to talk about preparation as an awareness to somebody. Preparation is a key to every success, that we need to always prepare in our lives. And to know there are reasons why we should prepare. We don't just woke up one day, start preparing. What for? Why are you preparing? What are you preparing for? And how do you prepare? So today I want to talk about why we should prepare in life. Almost everyone has some obligations. Almost everyone has some expectations. Almost everyone has some visions and dreams and obligations to meet in life. And those things are those things that make us prepare. We prepare well ahead of time. You don't prepare when you get into time, but you prepare before the time. So why do we prepare as I have said before, that had it not been of our relatives, we could have missed the plane. So preparation needs time, enough time. We have to have adequate time to prepare so that we meet all those obligations that we have in mind or that we have tabled. So there is need for us to do that so that we achieve. You know, achievements, they come as a result of enough preparation.
There are times that we have had opportunities that we have prepared for, some that we were not well prepared for, just like the scenario of you about to miss that flight. And we are grateful that we get to learn so much today. Well, I must say, you just mentioned that there's need for us to prepare well before time.
Yes.
There are so many times in so many scenarios where we feel the pressure when the opportunity that we are waiting for is about to come, and we feel that we haven't been preparing and we haven't prepared so much, and then we really would want to hear more about preparation because we trust there's always so much to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh yes, oh yes. You know, when we get into the issue of preparation, as I have said, there's something that drives us into preparation. And you know, preparation comes as a skill or something that we learn from other people. When you have an obligation or you have a vision to be fulfilled, sometimes we learn from successful people how they have succeeded in life. And when you sit down talking to such people, they will tell you about preparation, how they've prepared enough to get where they are today. So it's like a pregnant woman. Every woman who is pregnant expects a baby in due season, in 9 months' time. No woman expects a baby in 3 months' time or in 5 months' time. So the moment a woman knows that she's pregnant, she will start to prepare for the baby, for the coming of the baby from day one. And it's not only the day one, she has some anticipations on that baby, how she would want to grow the baby up. So she'll start to prepare the preparation part. You know, it takes some of the women to even cross borders in preparation to get something that is very expensive, very unique for the baby, because it's something that is so important to a woman. A baby is a gift to a woman. It's a precious to a woman. So she would want to make sure that she gets nice things for the baby so that she crosses the borders. Some will even fly to buy some preparation clothes for the baby well ahead of time. No woman will give birth to a baby without some preparation. That woman is a foolish woman. But I've never seen such a foolish woman, or I've never seen one foolish woman like that. We always prepare well ahead of time. Yeah.
You know, we have always collided with opportunities. Many a times that we shoot our shots probably in the dark, and it is probably now that we are understanding that it is because of preparation. Failure to prepare for an opportunity is as good as zero. And we want to probably thank you for this opportunity that you have given us to sit under you and learn when preparation meets opportunity, probably the importance of such preparations.
You know, Pastor D just mentioned an example of a woman expecting a baby. You know, she just said that there's need to prepare before the baby comes. You know, I'm getting to understand, Pastor D, that sometimes even failure to prepare for an opportunity even means that the opportunity can be short-lived because we haven't prepared well. We really draw so much, and we are really grateful that there's a whole package of preparation that we get to learn from.
Okay. You know, I want to talk more on the preparation we prepare for, how we prepare. You know, you have to have a plan of the things that you want to do. So you sit down, you write your things down. As you move with time, you have to go back to your vision board, check what is on your vision board, tick what you have achieved, and put a question mark on things that you have not yet achieved. And you must ask yourself, why have I not yet achieved such and such and such? So this will give you more time and more room to prepare on that particular things that you are looking forward to achieve. May I take an example, just like a school leaver, when we has finished the secondary school. When he finished the secondary school, it's not enough to be satisfied with that level, but to look forward to educate more, to get to a higher level of education. You would want to attain a degree level. But there are things that we are supposed to prepare. You should attain enough points to go to that level. So you don't just wake up, see yourself there, but there are things you're supposed to do before you get to that level. You must study hardy. Look for stuff that will give you more knowledge to the things, to the course that you would want to attain. So preparation would give you more room to gather knowledge, to gather skills, or to prepare yourself through some courses that you would want to attain.
Tavara, that kind of preparation that graduates you from one level to another. You prepare just because you've finished ordinary level and you want to go to the advanced level. There's need for preparation. Are we well prepared for what's ahead of us?
You know, we've always had expectations, but sometimes we begin to wonder where we derive expectations from. And from what Pastor D was sharing, I'm getting to understand that it's preparation that creates expectation. Had it not been for preparation, sometimes you don't have probably expected anything in the future. But if there is that thing that you'd want, that you expect in the future, then the key is preparation. It's only now that we are getting these nuggets.
You know, that kind of preparation, that is also an investment. She mentioned an example just before about a woman preparing for a baby. That sometimes it takes the woman even traveling to fly to prepare just for the baby. So that shows us that even preparation sometimes is an investment that needs time, energy, and even resources to prepare for an oncoming opportunity. I'm so grateful for that, Pastor.
You know, preparation now, there's a party of what to prepare for. We have things already on our vision board. What do I want to prepare for? You know, us as parents, we have kids and we have this opportunity. We're still going to work. We're still able-bodied, that we can work while the sun is still shining. You know, there's a time when you get old that we will not be able, we will not have enough energy to work for our kids. So I think there is enough time to prepare for the future of our kids. When you expect your kids to go to universities or to go abroad to do their studies, there is need for you to prepare for those kids, to have a savings account for your kids. You know how much is demanded to go to a university or to go abroad. So it's not a thing that you would prepare in a month's time or in a week's time. You need maybe some years to invest into the education of your children. So it matters most to look at what you want to prepare for and what time you should take to prepare for that particular expectation or for that particular obligation. So this is what determines the planning part of the preparation. So you need to invest for your children. You know, I always wonder when I see those kids who are living in the streets, are these kids orphans? What happened to these kids so that they end up in the streets? You know, they're failing, they're not going to school. Why? It is as a result of those parents who failed to plan whilst they still had enough energy to work for their children, when they still had enough time to invest into their children. So it is of paramount importance that we look at the time, we look at what we want to invest into. Then we utilize those chances, these opportunities that we still have to invest.
You know, I'm getting concerned that there's someone out there who's watching right now. And the most important thing that I'm getting to understand now, even Chafara, is that there are times that we've been driven by desire. We've desired so much of so many things. You'd want your child to go abroad. But what have you done in terms of preparing that child to go abroad? Desire is not enough. There's need for us to prepare.
You know, one of the things that hit me hard, Coach C, is the fact that Pastor D is coming here and she's telling us that the most opportune time to prepare is now. And the emphasis that she had to put on the energy that we have now. We are working whilst we still have the time. And of importance is the significance of time in her narration. The time that you are working is now. It's not tomorrow. It's not the day after tomorrow. But we are saying for us to invest in the future, we need to utilize the current time that we have now. This is mind-blowing.
It always reminds me of the word of God in Proverbs, when it talks of the ants, the clever ants. You know, they always look for their food before the rains. They go out in the fields, they look for the food, they go inside the holes, they stock the food. In mind, remembering that there's a time that we will not be able to go outside in search of food. So these clever ants will search for the food while it's still time, while out there's still enough food. Because there's a time when farmers will plow the fields and there's nothing the ants will get from the fields. So they're so very much clever, they utilize on time. So preparation, you need to utilize on time so that you prepare well ahead of time.
The wisdom from the ants. We can only be aligned to opportunities if you are ready to be prepared. Tafara, this is so much. This is so much.
You know, this class, I've realized that it is one of those classes where you come in empty and you leave from this place loaded. You know, sometimes we have to eradicate whatever that we have been taught before. Because this knowledge now, this understanding that we are having here is something that is, can I say, strange. Because it's coming right at the opportune time where we needed it. We cease not to be amazed.
You know, there's a when part of preparation. You know, the word of God says, time and chance always happen to everyone. So when time is available, you must utilize it. Because there is a time, there's a season. In life, everything has a season. And every season has its time. So when you miss your season, it will never come back. You know, time wasted will never be gained. So we must utilize the time, do whatever you are supposed to do. Prepare when you are supposed to prepare. Because the when time will be over. So you must be a wise person who knows how to utilize time. You know, long back it used to be a taboo when people were encouraged to get some funeral policies, it was a taboo to our culture. That how can one prepare for his or her own funeral while he's still alive? But nowadays, it's an essential thing that we have funeral policies. You know, when death is coming, it does not give a signal. It does not give a signal that I'm coming. It just comes. And sometimes when it comes, we'll be bankrupt, nowhere to start from. So we need to prepare when it's still time, when we still have resources. We need to prepare for those things. They're very essential in our lives. We need them. We cannot do without them.
Pastor D, sitting here right now, I get to understand. You gave us an example of a woman preparing for a baby. And now you're talking of us being able to prepare even for death before it comes. Talking of the funeral parlors and the funeral policies. You know, Pastor D, this is the amazing fact that if you fail to prepare for a season, when the season comes, sometimes there's no time for you to prepare during the season. So we prepare before the season comes.
Yes.
Because when the season comes, time is up for us to prepare.
Indeed.
Oh, Tafara.
You know, she is bringing to the fore that there is a thing called effective preparation. And you would begin to wonder now how those people that have lived in the past, the successful people, as we term them, she talked of successful people, and probably us looking at those successful people, how they have prepared their lives, how they have achieved what they have achieved, and of what importance was preparation to them for them to get where they got to be. There was an investment into time. There was an investment probably by way of preparation. And now there is this burning question that I'm about to ask Pastor D now, because of paramount importance as a strategic thinker, as a strategic person, and probably coming from from strategic marketing. I would want to understand, Pastor D, now the benefits. I know you have outlined some of them, but of paramount importance is the benefit of analysis and strategic planning in preparation. Because for us to have that organization, because I'm trying to probably lower it a bit down, because I'm coming from a perspective of probably a small business holder. There are moments when small business firms want to probably engage into business contracts. But how much time are they taking to probably put due diligence with the several partners that they have? Are they not probably signing deals in haste? Of what importance are they taking preparation to sign before signing those deals? And this is one of those areas where we have lost so many people. We've lost so many business people anyway, because they have signed premature deals. They've signed premature contracts. And probably I would want you to drive home the emphasis on preparation to small business firms.
Okay. Thank you, Tafara. When we prepare, preparation always enhances our strategic thinking. So, as a small business person, there's a need before you start a business. Before you get involved, there is need for you to do a marketing survey. Are there any other competitors to this product that I want to venture into? How are they tackling it? How is the market in this particular time? What is the buying impulse of people? The demand of the product. So then you need to polish up on your product. You look, you do the SWOT analysis. Then it will help you on the preparations to get into the market before signing any contract, because you might fail to have that capacity to venture into that product or to compete with others, or the capacity to supply. So you have to look at the quality of the product and the competition of the product. Then you polish up from there.
Indeed, that's wisdom, and that's a brainer when it comes to business. You know, Coach, you are one of those business people that we have in our current times, and we are so eager to get to understand the kind of questions that you might have to Pastor D.
You know, Tafara, the response that Pastor D just gave, you know, it's clear now that preparation is not just a mere thing.
Oh, yes.
It involves information. You need to be informed. There is need for us to be informed in as much as we want to engage ourselves into any kind of preparation.
Yes.
You know, talking of business, maybe talking of myself in my own field as a tutor and as someone who's assisting students. You know, Pastor D, there are so many things that we have encountered in terms of relationship with students. So many students have failed, not because they were not good, not because they didn't learn anything, but because they were probably reluctant and were not well geared in terms of preparation before the exams could come. And maybe what message would you want to send to those in educational institutions, to those who are learning anything in any academic field, of what importance is preparation to them? They need to understand. We often try to emphasize the importance of preparation. You need to study always, but definitely to someone who's watching right now, they would also want to understand of what importance is preparation in their academic fields.
Thank you, Courage. Preparation is the antidote of failure. It deals away with stress and anxiety. So, to the academicians, those who are still in school or those who are pursuing their studies, I encourage them to prepare, to do thorough preparation. You know, you cannot just bump into an examination without preparing yourself for the exam. Those are the failures that we are getting as a result of failure of preparedness. So there is need for those who are pursuing their studies to prepare well ahead of the examinations. You know, our foundations really matters. You know, some of these children who fail, they don't just fail because they are dull. It is because of the foundation that they have laid from the very word go. So we don't need to prepare a month before the examination or a week before the examination, but there is need for thorough preparation. You know, it gives more confidence to us, and also the strategic planning that I was talking about. It gives room to that, and the flexibility, and that eye to notice the key points, the key issues pertaining the exams. You know, the lecturers used to give us some exam tips. So those are the things that I'm trying to highlight, that there are some key areas we need to study on in preparation of the exams. Just like a person who is going for an interview, you need to prepare thorough. You have to acquire knowledge about the company that has called you for an interview, and to have that knowledge, that job description, be able to describe the vacant that is being offered to you, or the job that you have applied for. And to know, you have to prepare yourself, even your body language when you are conducting an interview. It matters most. And the clarity of speech also matters most. It always happens in the preparation environment, so that we achieve whatever we want to achieve. Without preparation, it's preparing to fail. So unpreparedness is failure. So let's deal away with failure. As I've said, that preparation is the antidote of failure.
You know, some of the things that people have missed in life is because of their failure to prepare. It's because of the failure to tackle the situations that they encounter. Thank you so much for that one, or for the academicians. It's really something that they need to live with. Tafara, it's really important that in everything that we can do, in every respect of life, we need to be well prepared and well geared.
We can never stop thanking Pastor Doren for such an opportunity. She came here and she drove so many messages today. She talked of the reasons why people prepare. And then she went on to talk of how do people prepare. She gave us that blueprint.
Yes.
She gave us that picture of what to prepare for,
Yes.
and when to prepare for it. And it is very, very important, especially during this time, to take into cognizance the importance of preparation. Because when preparation meets opportunity, there is always something good that comes out. And we are really grateful for that.
Thank you.
Pastor D, we are so grateful that we get to learn so much here. And in terms of preparation, this is just the beginning.
Indeed.
You know that it's always the beginning here. We can never stop to get so much from you. We are so grateful for this wonderful session.
You're welcome.
My colleague.
We have just started.
Definitely we have just started.
Indeed.
It is just the beginning. It is just the preparation of greater messages that are coming. And so we urge you to keep on logging in and to keep on watching shows coming on Olives Online TV. Thank you for staying with us today. Now it's bye-bye.